Hello, I'm Vicki Parfano for Aussie Stampers. Today I'm making an art journal layout with scrapbook paper, and I'm going to show you how you can get a painterly effect using papers that are meant for scrapbooking but can be made into really beautiful art journal layouts. So the papers I'm using today come from the I Am collection by Simple Stories. And I'm going to show you the papers. I have the 12 by 12 papers, and they have some lovely rose gold elements on some of the pages. And I also have a pack of the small stickers. I have this large sticker sheet, and you can see it's quite thick and the stickers peel off really easily. And in fact, I have two of them, so I decided I was going to make this video a giveaway video. I have some excess pieces in this kit, so if you watch the entire video right to the end, and make sure you've subscribed and hit that bell, because if you hit the bell, also like the video, but if you hit the bell, it means you will get notifications of my videos as soon as I publish them. And leave some comments. Now, if you leave a comment, you will have a chance to win the prize, and the prize I'm going to show you in about halfway through the video, more towards the end, and right at the end I'll show you what the prize is that you'll be getting. So it's easy to enter. All you need to do is subscribe, hit the bell, like this video, and leave some comments. Now you can comment as many times as you want on this video. And each time you comment, I'll put your name into the draw. So if you comment more than once, you'll get more than one entry into the draw. So comment as many times as you like, and good luck. I'm looking forward to see how this goes. And yes, we'll have some fun with this giveaway today. So I'm looking through and I'm going to choose the papers that I'm going to use. Now this is the small sticker sheet. I'm going to give away a couple of these sticker sheets as well, with a couple of the 12 by 12 papers and that large sheet of stickers. But I need to choose what I'm going to use for my art journal layout today. So I'm going to use the sticker sheet that has the sayings on it. I'm going to use the butterflies that match this pink section of butterflies here. So I'll take that page and this page here. And I'm going to take one of the sticker sheets. And you can see I have two of these pages, so oh yes, I'll have to put another one of those in the giveaway as well. I don't really know how I ended up with duplicates of these. I think I bought a couple of single pages and then I bought the actual whole packet, so I ended up with more than I needed, so you can benefit from that as a giveaway. So these are pretty much the elements I'm going to be using to create this art journal page. I'm also going to be using this part of the sticker sheet which says I am dreaming big, and I'm going to use the very front piece of paper that comes in the kit. Now don't throw this away. You can see it has a lovely shiny finish and you can journal this into a journal page quite easily. So I'm just going to use this I Am banner on the front, and I'm going to keep the rest of it because that can come in handy for other projects. I'm going to take off the sticker sheet saying that says dreaming big. So I am dreaming big is the title or the quote for my art journal layout today. Now I have this black art journal. This was $4. It had a little ribbon on the front, but I cut that off. It's an 8 by 8 inch journal, and I bought this from Kmart. Now it has black paper inside it, and I like to take my pages out of my art journal. You may have seen me do this trick before. If you have a spiral bound journal, it's really easy to do this. See how I'm pinching the rings together? I'm taking this page out without tearing it at all, so it's still intact. It just has those tiny slits in the top. And this means that I can put it back in my journal when I'm finished. You can see I've done the same with this watercolor journal. This is how I like to do my journal pages. You can see I don't do a double page spread. I have my journal facing with the spirals at the top so it can stand up like a little picture frame. If you wanted to do yours sideways, you were going to have to cut the paper down to a different size. So it is 8 inches across and it's 7.5 inches from top to bottom. Now, if you were doing this with a sideways format, then you would have to cut your paper with 7.5 inches across the bottom and 8 inches across the top. So you can see how you need to make room for the allowance for the binding. Now this is a really cool tip for tearing. You might have seen this done with tissue paper. Just wet it with some water and this makes tearing really simple. Now you're probably thinking at this stage, oh my gosh, what is Vicki doing? She is wrecking this beautiful scrapbook paper. Well, wait till you see the end product. This is going to go from scrapbook page to art journal layout. And trust me, I am going to integrate the background with the foreground. I am going to make all the elements look as though they were always meant to be on the page rather than just stuck one on top of another. And I'm going to integrate that little page of stickers that is sitting at the top of the screen there as some other little motivational sayings in the middle of my spread. Now you can see I'm tearing this towards me because I really want to expose the white core that's in this scrapbook paper because I'm going to use that as a decorative finish. And again, bear with me, you're probably saying, why is she destroying this page? But trust me, there is a reason. Now you can see it's starting to come together. So I'm going to take these 3 butterflies and roughly cut around that piece. And you can see it matches with those sayings. All these colours match beautifully. So I'm going to take the water and I'm going to outline roughly around the outside of that piece so that it's going to allow me a little bit of space for tearing. Now what the water does, it just breaks down the fibres in the paper and makes them more pliable so it's easier to tear and you're less likely to have a mishap. Now I quite like this layout here. I'm going to move that a little bit over because I want to put these sayings in the centre of my page and I'm just going to rip a little bit off that section there. Okay, it's coming together. Now at the moment it just looks like things that I've ripped up, but this is going to make the difference. This is gel medium and it's a matte medium by Dinah Wakely. And if you have any matte gel medium, it will work for this. You could glue these pieces together, but it's not going to have the same effect. It's just going to look as though you glued everything one on top of another, and it's going to look quite odd. So that's why using a gel medium is the magic ingredient to all of this. And there's a couple of really cool things that happen with a gel medium. I'm using a dry brush, and it's a massive brush. This is a brush I bought just from a dollar shop. You can buy them from an art supply store where they're a little bit more expensive. But I found this at my dollar shop and it's meant for applying gessos and mediums onto your paper. Now you can see how that black paper started to curl up. It's a very thin black paper. This is just an inexpensive journal. As I said, it was $4 from Kmart. They also have this journal in craft as well as in the black, and I managed to pick up a craft journal as well because I just thought the size is perfect for what I like to do. I love working in a square format. So plenty of gel medium going all over the top there. And this is sealing my page. And now I'm going to dry it off with the heat tool. And I'm going to clean up my surface because gel medium is like a glue. So you want to clean up after yourself. You can see I've put my brush straight into some water there. I don't want it to set with the medium on it. Otherwise I've ruined my brush. Now I've put some heavy weights on this and given it time to set. Now I've come back and the page is completely dry. And what has happened by putting that gel medium on, I have turned a porous surface into a non-porous surface. And this lets me shade with my big brush markers. I also have some gelatos. If you don't have big brush markers, you can use gelatos. And if you don't have gelatos, you can use big brush markers. The big brush markers are Pitt pens by Faber-Castell. And you may have Pitt pens in the finer tip, and they would be okay to use as well. You can see how this is being blended out. I'm blending it out with my fingers, and you don't really have to be neat. What I'm aiming for here is to cast a shadow behind all the leaves by adding some extra green. And this helps make the leaves look as though they are integrated into the background rather than just a picture that's sitting on top. You can see how simple it is. I'm going to use that on the green butterfly while I have it in my hand and just create a splodgy shadow behind him and blend it with my finger. Now, if you make a mistake, you can just get a baby wipe and wipe it off if you work fast. If you leave it too long, it will set permanent, so you have a little bit of space to work with before these set hard. Now you can see I'm coming in with a gelato and doing the same. This is a darker colour, so I'm adding a little bit of gelato in a darker green and doing exactly the same treatment. Next, I'm bringing in pink, and this time I'm using a gelato because I don't have a pink in the big brush markers, so I thought I'll use my gelatos for this. And just creating a shadow behind it and making it quite messy, really. This is why I love working in this kind of a format and in an art journal, that you can really be creative and have fun. There's nothing too serious going on here. This is just making art but having fun while you're doing it. And I was absolutely thrilled with this page when I was finished with it. I just thought, wow, it's something that surpassed what I was expecting. Now I'm going to clean my hands off with a baby wipe because you need to use a different finger each time you blend, otherwise you're going to create mud with your finger. So I need nice clean fingers to now blend the yellow. So I'm blending around the butterfly, this time with my pit marker, with the brush tip, all around the yellow flowers. And now I'm choosing something to outline the whole page. Now, where I tore that page and exposed the white core, this is going to absolutely soak up this gorgeous green in my gelatos. And it's going to, so you can see I'm using a baby wipe to wipe it off there where it's a little bit too heavy, and you need to work fast with your baby wipe. But you can see how it's all integrating the background with the foreground, and it's making the page look like it's one cohesive piece rather than pieces randomly stuck onto each other. And this is why I love working with this matte medium gel. I'm just going to finish off the edge there, and when you smear it with your finger, you can really get a lovely blend. And it looks like you've spent hours doing it, where it is a really quick way to colour. Now I'm just bringing in a blue gelato and finishing off those blue flowers in exactly the same way. And there's a little bit of blue up in the title after the word I am, so it's really integrating the colours well. Now I'm looking for the butterflies that have the hit of gold, or it's a rose gold foiling in them, and I'm going to add them next. Now remember, you can enter the competition to win some of this paper. All you need to do is subscribe, hit the bell, like this video, leave a comment, leave more comments, and you'll be in the running. And I'll pick a winner over the next few weeks because I want this video to be seen in as many people's feeds as possible so that more people have a chance to enter this competition and we get lots and lots and lots of comments, and that's my aim. And also my aim is to give away something that somebody else can make a beautiful art journal page with. So good luck, and I hope you enter the competition and give it a go. All right, now I am just fussy cutting these butterflies. I love fussy cutting. I find it very relaxing. Now I'm going to edge the outside of these butterflies just with a brush tip marker. I'm using a black Stampin' Up marker, or a Tombow dual tip marker would work here. Any watercolor marker would be good that has a brush tip, or you could even go in with your Pitt pen with the brush tip, and that would work too. And this makes a big difference. It means that these integrate again. They don't look as though you cut them out because you've given them a black edge. It looks as though they have been cut out perfectly. Now I'm just going to adhere with some foam adhesive So these are dimensionals from Stampin' Up, but any foam adhesive here would work, and I'm just cutting them down to half their size so that you won't be able to see them. Now I'm going to shape the butterfly. I'm folding the wings up and then I'm curling them under again. So it's really going to make it dimensional. Fold them up and then curl them under. Just with my fingers, you don't have to use anything fancy to do this. They're very small shapes. It's easy to curve them with your finger. And then I'm just going to give them a bit of a press. See how I'm pressing each one to enhance that curve so it looks as though they're popping up off the page. Now that's looking pretty good so far, but I really need to do something with that middle section. It looks as though there's a whole section in there that needs to be filled in. So I am going to do things my own way is the first little quote that I've chosen. And then another one is I am on my way with an arrow. I love all of these. And the next one is the only one who knows how to be me, which is kind of cute. And they all have the colours that match the flowers and the butterflies. Now you can see that was a bit crooked, but because I have put gel medium on this page and made it non-porous, it's quite easy to peel these off again and reposition them. Now how cool is this? Without the gel medium, you wouldn't be able to do this. They would be adhered and you'd be tearing them. So this gel medium is fantastic. The next one says unstoppable. And then I thought, well, the heading says I am dreaming big. So the last one says, I am dreaming big, which kind of speaks to the heading perfectly. And there's all my little sayings laid down. Now you can see there's no gap in the center of the page. Now I'm bringing in an Artline 200 0.4 black pen. So this is a permanent pen. Any permanent pen that you have that's a fine line, you can do this. You can see I'm creating an edge on each of those stickers at the very end and filling in some of the spaces so that they look integrated into the page again. Now I'm bringing in my Pitt pen or my big brush marker and smudging that out and just creating a shadow under all of those and just letting it be a bit grungy. This is where I'm playing with the idea of the very heavy black frame around the outside of the page, and I really want to bring some of that black into my page and all around my page, because the heading itself, the I am heading, is really dark and black, so the black is really going to play an important part in this page looking integrated. I'm pushing the foreground back and I'm bringing the background forward so that the two integrate perfectly and you have a really nice balanced page. Now I'm just shading the I am so that it's smudged out a bit with that big brush marker, bringing in a baby wipe and just lightening it up a little bit. You can see how heavy you can go with this big brush marker, and then if you smudge it right away and then bring in your baby wipe, you really do have quite a lot of control about how dark or how light the colour is. And I'm just cleaning up, and as you use your baby wipe, keep turning it so that you don't contaminate one colour into another. Now I want to add some splatters to my page, so I want to mask off all of those small sayings. So I'm just cutting out the pieces of the sticker sheet where the sayings were, and that masks the shape perfectly, because I don't want to get any splatters of paint onto this. I want them to be clearly legible so that you can read them. So just cutting out the final mask for those pieces. And now I need some black. So I decided I'm going to make some shavings from my gelato. I'm just taking the sharp edge of my scissors and making some shavings onto my surface there. And make sure to clean up your scissors with a baby wipe so that you don't end up with sticky mess the next time you go to cut something. Now I'm taking a fan brush and I'm really giving it a good mix with water so that that gelato has completely mixed in, and just test it off to the side. And now you can see I'm adding black splatters of gelato, which has turned into a lovely liquid black all over the surface. And I'm just going to clean that up with a baby wipe. Baby wipes are fabulous for this project. And now that I've taken the mask off, you can see what it looks like. Now stay tuned because I have some really beautiful close-ups of this at the end of the video, and I'd really like you to see what they look like close up. But right now I did want to bring in the prize that I have for the giveaway for this video. So I've put it all together. I have one of the large sticker sheets. This is a 12 by 12 sticker sheet. It has so many things on it. It has some little tabs at the bottom. It has sayings. It has beautiful pictures. Here's a 12 by 12 sheet that has some of that beautiful rose gold lettering on and a lot of the I am statements. It's lovely. And you could cut this into strips and use this for sentiments on your art journal pages as well. It has some little cameras on the back. This sheet is gorgeous. This has the 3 butterflies that I used on my layout. I love that mason jar, and I love the banner as well, and it has a lovely pale soft blue on the back. And then I chose 3 of the pages from the small sticker sheet. I love that bicycle. And the middle one has lots of tiny stickers that are great to use in a planner. So this is the prize. So remember, it's very simple. All you need to do is subscribe, click the bell, like and comment. And if you want to, you can comment over and over again. It'll give you more chances each time you comment. And I'll be drawing the prize in a few weeks' time on this channel and also on my Facebook page, Aussie Stampers. Thank you so much for watching. Here are the close-ups of the art journal. So make sure you check these out and see how well that art journal turned out. Look at the lovely detail here and the way those butterflies popped up. It really was a joy to create this page, and it's something that I really had fun doing. It was simple and it was fun, and I just adore it, and I hope you adore it too. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. See you again soon. Bye for now.